Of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And good morning, welcome to the program. My name is Ron Checkett. It is September 14th, 2021, or is it September 16th, 1984? Yes, it is. It's time for week 3. First game of the week of 2 will be from Candlestick Park in San Francisco as the first of our 6 scheduled divisional games between the 49ers and their NFC West rivals. And it's a big one. It's not the Rams, it's the New Orleans Saints, who have started off 1984 2-0 behind the arm of Richard Todd and the running of George Rogers. They have won their first 2 games. The 49ers, as we've said before, I think they have a very good chance of matching the 72 Dolphins. I think this team can run the table and win the championship, just as it did in real life. They went 15-1. They're 2-0 to start, but they're going to need some better work out of the backfield from Wendell Tyler, who's only averaging 2.9 yards a carry. Roger Craig is making up for that. He's got 2 scores. And, of course, the 49ers have Joe Montana. 49ers, as you're seeing by the computer in a moment, are favored by 3. In real life, they were favored by 5.5. But in real life, Kenny Stabler started this game for the New Orleans Saints. Richard Todd gets the nod today. And so, it's week 3. Our other game is going to be Seattle and New England. That's the halftime report game. What's going to happen? It's the undefeated Saints and the undefeated Niners. Next! As Retro Sports Network presents Pro Football Replay 1984. Week 3 action today from Candlestick Park in San Francisco. It is the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalAdvice.com, the best darn podcasts on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so you can see the starters and the stats, and San Francisco favored by 3 on a drop-dead gorgeous afternoon on the city by the bay. 75 degrees, clear skies, hardly a breath of wind. It's really not what you expect from Candlestick Park. The touchy subject for San Francisco has been their defense. It's not a problem for the Saints. They've only given up 10 points in their first 2 games. In fact, as we get ready for the coin toss, you'll see 2 of the 3 best defenses early on in the NFL this week, as Seattle has only given up a handful of points, I believe 14, all year. They played the Patriots on Thursday. The coin toss won by the 49ers. They will receive the football. And so let's see if the Saints and company can keep the 49ers offense in check. Short week for the 49ers. They held on, remember, to beat Washington. They go 2-0. We'll tell you about the Saints in a minute. Monroe back deep to return for San Francisco. He stands on his 7. Derek Harmon and Dana McLemore back to return it. The game is underway, taken by Monroe at the 3 to the 20, and he is stopped at the 23 for a gain of 19. Morton Anderson, by the way, the field goal kicker for New Orleans. Joe Montana, the quarterback, and he's completed 76% of his passes the first 2 weeks of the season. Roger Craig, who is a veritable Swiss Army knife in the backfield, can run it and can catch it. 13 catches and 17 carries in the first 2 games. Wendell Tyler needs to have a better day on the ground. He is their primary running back, but he's only averaging 2.9 a carry. The split end is Freddie Solomon. He's a good one, 10 catches, 170 yards. Dwight Clark is the flanker, 5 catches for 71. Dave Waymer's on him. And Earl Cooper, he's the 6 catches as a tight end for 71 yards. 1st and 10. Tyler on a sweep right from the San Francisco 23. Handoff from Montana, and Wendell is stood up by Whitney Paul for no gain. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Here's the 49ers offensive line. Keith Feinhorst, the left tackle. John Ayers, the left guard. Fred Quillen is the center. Randy Cross, the right guard. And Bubba Paris, the right tackle. 2nd and 10 for San Francisco. Tyler on a short flat is the call. Montana to the far side. And that is nearly deflected. It is deflected and nearly picked off by Dennis Winston. He had 6 points on his mind, a whole lot of green, but he couldn't make the catch. He started to run with it before he had it. So 3rd and 10. Let's meet the New Orleans line, the New Orleans defense. They play a 3-4. Jim Wilkes, the left end. Derlin Moore is the nose tackle. Bruce Clark, the right end. Whitney Paul is the right outside linebacker, as I'm going the wrong way. Dennis Winston is the left inside linebacker. Jim Kovac, the right one. Ricky Jackson, an all-pro, is the left outside linebacker. Johnny Poe gets to cover Freddie Solomon. And Dave Waymer gets Dwight Clark. Frank Waddle is the strong safety. And Russell Gary is the other safety. So 3rd and 10 for San Francisco from their own 23. Medium out to Clark is the call. Montana throws to the far sideline. That was a check down to Earl Cooper, and that's incomplete. So you can see from the get-go, the Saints defense is ready. The 49ers are 3 and out. And Max Runniger is going to punt to Fields, who stands on his 45. Runniger gets it away. Driven back to the 30 is Fields. In fact, he called for a fair catch. And it's 45 yards and no return. Jitter Fields. That's an interesting name. Richard Todd is the quarterback for New Orleans. He's had a great start. George Rogers, 43 carries, 140 yards the first 2 weeks. Oki Gajan is the fullback. He can catch as well. Eugene Goodlow is the flanker. Jeff Groth, the split end. And Hobie Brenner, the tight end. 1st and 10 for New Orleans on their own 32. Trap left for George Rogers. Handoff from Todd. Rogers gets a block. He's hit at the 39 by Eric Wright. Louis Ober, the left guard, with the big block. 2nd and 3 for the Saints on their own 39. Stan Brock, the left tackle. Louis Ober, who just made that block, the left guard. Steve Court, the center. Kevin Clark, the right guard. And Chris Ward, the right tackle. Rogers. Sweep right on 2nd and 3. Handoff from Todd. George gets a block at a first down. Ricky Allison with a tackle. 1st and 10 from the Saint 45. 49ers play a 3-4. Dwayne Board, the left end. Michael Carter, who has 2 sacks, the nose tackle. And Lawrence Pillars, the right end. Keena Turner, the left outside linebacker. Ricky Allison, who made that stop as a left inside linebacker. Jim Farnhorst is the right inside linebacker. And Jeff Fuller, who can also double as a safety, is the right outside linebacker. The corners, Eric Wright and the infamous Ronnie Lott. The safeties, Carlton Williamson is the free safety. And Dwight Hicks is a strong safety. He is on Hobie Brenner, the tight end. 1st and 10. Todd, excuse me just a second. We'll think about a pass. Let me spawn back to somebody here. Short hitch to Jeff Groth, but there's a flag down.
Start. Offense, number 36.
And George Rogers jumped.
Repeat first down.
He'll back him up to the 40-yard line. Eugene Goodluck? No. This is going to be a difficult game for the Saints to win because their pass completion percentages are really low. Screen pass to George Rogers to call. Todd flings it out, incomplete. That was a horrible pass. They had Todd flushed out of the pocket. Dwayne Board hurried him. It'll be 2nd and 15. Gajan on a draw. Handoff from Todd. Okie gets a block, 45. He's hit at midfield by Dwight Hicks for a gain of 10, and it'll be 3rd and 5. Hobie Brenner on a short cross to call. Todd's going to have to take his own number. The ball is loose. As Keena Turner knocked it away, New Orleans recovers, and it'll be 4th and 7. Here it is again. Ward, the right tackle, recovered the fumble, and it'll be 4th and 7. So New Orleans, 5 minutes or 5 plays for 16 yards and 2.5 off the clock. Brian Hansen back to punt to Dana McLemore. San Francisco will try to return this. McLemore from his 8 does across the 15-20, and he's hit at the 26 by Haynes for a 17-yard return. So a 43-yard punt, a 26-yard net, 10:41 first quarter. San Francisco ball on their own 26. Second series. Craig on a draw on 1st and 10. Handoff from Montana. Craig across the 30, brought down by Johnny Poe. After a gain of 6, spotted at the 32. The center, Fred Quillen, with a big snap, or the big hole there. 2nd and 4 for San Francisco. Craig on a short flat. Montana near side. And he leads Roger astray. And so Joe starts the game 0 for 3. 9:51 clock stop, 3rd and 4. Medium slant to Solomon. Montana back to throw. There's a flag down over the middle, and that's incomplete.
Encroachment, defense, number 94.
But it was a free play as Wilkes made the encroachment call, made contact, and so it'll be 1st and 10 for San Francisco on their own 37. Clock stop, 9:47 to go here in the opening quarter. Montana, medium slant to Earl Cooper, the call. Joe back to throw, rolls right, throws across, complete to Clark. Dwight's got it, and Dave Waymer brings him down after a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 for San Francisco on their own 41. Clock running, 9.5 to go. Tyler. Trap left on 1st and 10. Montana gives it to Wendell. Wendell doesn't get a deal. In fact, he only gets 2 as Jim Kovac spins him down at the 49. So 8:54 to go, first quarter. Scoreless game at Candlestick. We'll have the Seahawks and Patriots for you on Thursday. Tomorrow's baseball special, by the way, will take you back to 1968. And Denny McLain trying for his 30th win. It's the Tigers and the Athletics tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network. 2nd and 8. Solomon on a medium crosses the call. Montana throws, and that's incomplete. Johnny Poe deflected it, and Johnny Poe couldn't come up with it. And Montana is off like a herd of thunder and turtles. He is 1 for 5 for 10 yards. Wow, I could give it to Cooper on an end around, but there'd be a penalty. I've never seen that one before. They're going to try Dwight Clark on an end around. Goes to the far side, can't get a block. And Dennis Winston with a tackle for no gain. And so you see why New Orleans has started 2-0. Their defense is pretty good. And San Francisco will be forced to punt. 8:05 to go in the first quarter. Rudiger will punt to Fields. New Orleans will let this one roll. Rudiger to the sideline, and that will roll dead at the 4-yard line. 47-yard punt, no return. 7:17 to go in the first quarter. New Orleans starts this drive on their own 4. Now, Kenny Stabler was the one that was dressed for this game. He is not dressed for this. Dave Wilson is the backup. Just in case you're wondering. 2 tight end centers. New Orleans tries to get away from their goal line. George Rogers on a fullback dive. Hand off from Todd. Rogers is swarmed down at the 3 for a loss of 1. Keena Turner with a second tackle. And New Orleans offense is stumbling out of the gate. This time it'll be Gajan. On a dive. Hand off from Todd. Hokie over the 5. He's hit at the 6 by Ellison. And Miller, the tight end, is out for the rest of the game. And so Mike Tice, or John Tice, is now the tight end. 3rd and 8. They go 2 wide. Goodlow and Groth back in the game. Groth on a short cross. Todd. And he can't find anybody, and New Orleans goes out 3 and out again. So the Saints aren't doing very well, at least so far early. Hansen will stand in his own end zone. 6:23 to go. Hansen gets it away. McLemore at midfield, and he is swarmed down.
Offsides, offense.
Now New Orleans is offside. San Francisco will decline it as they spot the ball at the 48-yard line. 6:18 to go. Opening quarter. Saints and 49ers scoreless here. In the first quarter. 6:18 to go. Tyler. Off tackle right to Collin, first down. Hand off from Montana. Tyler gets a block. It'll be Whitney Paul for making the tackle after a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for San Francisco as the clock's running. No score. Opening quarter. Montana wants to go to the air. He's 1 for 5 for 10 yards in the early going. Medium slant to Solomon's the call. Montana's got time. He's got Solomon at the 22. Johnny Poe with the tackle. No return after the catch, or yardage after the catch. They'll spot it at the New Orleans 21, 1st and 10. So 2 plays, 27 yards, and Montana feels good about getting that one off. Tyler on a sweep to the right, far side, gets around the block, 20. He's knocked out of bounds at the 14. It's a gain of 7. Johnny Poe with the tackle. New Orleans was keying on Tyler, and the 49er offensive line does its job. So the clock is stopped, 4:37 to go. San Francisco driving on the New Orleans 14. Cooper. Medium slant to the tight end. Montana blitzed. He throws, and the end zone was Cooper wide open, and he couldn't get there. He broke one way, and Montana just threw it too far away. 3rd down and 3. Craig. Trap left as they run. Handoff from Montana. Craig keeps the legs moving. A 1st down. Kovacs with the tackle at the 9. And it's 1st and goal from San Francisco. 4:23, opening quarter, clock running in a scoreless tie. Montana tries to dive to Wendell Tyler out of the pro set. Wendell, he is hit at the 7 for a gain of 2. Whitney Paul, let's get the name right. Whitney Paul makes the stop. 3:46 clock running. San Francisco driving from right to left. Gold pants, red tops, white numbers, gold helmet. And you see the face mask is the old-fashioned gray variety. New Orleans in the white tops, the black numbers trimmed in gold with the gold pants, and the helmet gold with the fleur-de-lis on the side and the black face mask. 2nd and goal for the 49ers. Craig. Pitch left. They'll stick with it. Montana won't audible out of it. Pitches near side to Craig. Roger is swarmed over by Kovacs at the 11 for a loss of 4. They showed blitz. San Francisco did not change the play, and Roger Craig now wishes that they had. So 3rd down from the 11, and they need to get a touchdown for the 1st down. Montana looks at a medium cross near side to Dwight Clark. He rolls right, throws across, and that is incomplete. So the Saints' defense has been very impressive. Montana just 2 of 8 for 31 yards. That's unheard of for San Francisco. And, oops. They aren't punting from their own 11. Ray Wershing comes in. Got an 81% chance of making this from 28 yards. Montana to hold it. And the snap is down. The kick is up, and it misses wide left. And so Wershing hangs his head. My goodness, 2:20 to go in the 1st quarter. And it's still the Saints nothing, the 49ers nothing. So New Orleans takes over on their own 20. Sweep right for Rodgers. Hand off from Todd, near side. Rodgers a block in the secondary. 1st down over the 40. He is hit at the 45 as Ronnie Lott chased him down. So 1st and 10 for New Orleans on their own 45. Was reading the Daily News from New York before the game, and they were 5.5-point favorites were the 49ers. They said their offense is a masterpiece. Their defense is a forgery. We'll see if that holds. They barely hung on in real life and in the replay against Washington last week. 1st and 10 for New Orleans. Hokie. Trap left. Hand off from Todd. He gets a bit of a block. He is hit by Keena Turner at midfield for a gain of 5. So 2nd and 5. Todd 0 for 2. Again, Kenny Stabler started this game, but the computer doesn't have him active. So Todd is the quarterback. Hobie Brenner back in the game. Short slant to the tight end, the call. Todd back to throw. Richard over the middle. And Brenner had contact. Dwight Hicks leapt and couldn't get the interception. So Bum Phillips, not the world's happiest camper. 3rd and 5. Wilson comes in the game as the other running back. Wayne Wilson. Trap right. 3rd down from the 50-yard line. Hand off from Todd, and Wilson gets 2 before Jeff Fuller makes the tackle. It'll be 4th and 3. So the New Orleans offense hasn't matriculated much. They will let the clock run out. And so, again, you've heard the word before. It's a slobber knocker after 15 minutes. The Saints and 49ers are scoreless in San Francisco. Well, if you joined us late, you haven't missed much of anything. No scoring to report on the digital device scoreboard. Both teams have netted 55 yards offense for the first 15. New Orleans 0 for 3 on 3rd down. San Francisco 2 for 5. No turnovers, and both teams aren't doing much in the air. Combined 31 yards passing for both teams. How you doing, Trivian? Yep, you haven't missed anything. George Rogers, the longest play from scrimmage, a 25-yard run. So Brian Hansen, with a win behind him, will try to punt this away from Dana McLemore and pin the 49ers deep. And that's a decent punt. Out of bounds at the 15. So that's where Montana and company take over. 1st and 10, 14:54 to go. 2nd quarter. San Francisco now going into the little breeze that there is on a gorgeous day by the bay. Sweep left for Tyler from the 20. Handoff from Montana. Tyler swarmed down in the backfield by Kovacs for a loss of 4. So San Francisco, 10 carries in the opening going for only 20 yards. So 2nd and 14. Screen to Craig is the call. Near side, Montana finds Craig at the 8. He gets to the 14. Russell Gary with a stop. That's a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 11. They need 11 here on 3rd and long. Medium hitch to Freddie Solomon. Top of your screen. Flag is down. Montana finds Solomon at the 30. He's hit at the 31.
Encroachment defense.
And that's a freebie as New Orleans gets called for the encroachment. That's on Wilkes. 49ers will decline it. Solomon will make the catch. The ball was on the 33, 1st and 10. Tyler in the flat as they stay 3 wide. Montana near side. Tyler's got it at the 30. He's at the 40. He's got a first down. Dennis Winston with a tackle and a gain of 12. So Montana having some luck putting the ball down the field. Going to go a long slant to the sprinter Nehemiah. Montana is blitzed. He is sacked. He is fumbled. And San Francisco hangs on. So Montana couldn't handle the snap. No sack. So Montana was thinking about the pass, and instead he bobbled it. They recover. Then it'll be 2nd down and 11. So yeah, Montana went back and realized he didn't have the football. You kind of need that. It's kind of required. Now back in the conventional 2 wide receiver, 2 running back set. They'll work it out of the eye. Tyler. Trap right. Montana from the 44. Tyler is swarmed down again, this time by Ricky Jackson. And it's a loss of 1. So 3rd and 12. And a medium out to Clark near side. 3 wide receivers. Nehemiah's down there with him. Montana fires, and Clark couldn't hang on as he went out of bounds. So they rule it no catch and technically a drop. And so out comes Runniger again. We've played almost 4 minutes here in the second quarter, and it's a bagel for you and a bagel for me. How about that? So Jitter Fields back to return for New Orleans. Around the 15, Runniger gets it away. Fields backed up to his 12, and he's hit at the 16 for a gain of 3. Jitter Fields. His middle name is not Strawberry. So 1st and 10 for New Orleans. We said in the open, the Saints in their first 2 games have given up 10 points. They beat Atlanta at the Superdome 14-0, and then beat Tampa 20-0. This is 20-10. This is their first road game of the year. And you can see their stats, averaging 5 points a game. And if you're wondering about Stabler, he's just inactive. Richard Todd has been their quarterback the first 2 weeks. Helps if you hit the right button. So 1st and 10. New Orleans out of the eye. George Rogers. Off tackle right. Handoff from Todd to the near side. Rogers is hit by Keena Turner for a gain of 3. So 2nd and 7 from the New Orleans 19. San Francisco 2-0. Their defense has been suspect. 35-31 win over Detroit in week 1. You saw last week's game against Washington. And their defense has given up 390 yards a game. I don't think that's going to be the case today. So San Francisco acting like Dean Smith. And more of our offense is just better than yours. So next week they're at Philadelphia. We probably won't have them next week. We will have their Game 5 against Atlanta. And, of course, the Giants. The Vikings had a Busta Rhymes. So 2nd and 7 for New Orleans. It's Hokie time. Sweep right, handoff from Todd, near side. Gajan Hokie gets a block, but he won't get the first. It's a gain of 4. Knocked out of bounds by Jeff Fuller. It'll be 3rd and 3. The Vikings had Busta Rhymes in 1985. You want it? You got it. Bust a move. Growth on a short slant. Todd to throw. This is trouble. Todd in the pocket. Todd has all day, and it's intercepted by Hicks. Dwight Hicks had it at the 30, and it's a 1-yard return. He fell forward. So Todd is 0 for 4 with a pick. Here it is again. Hicks just ran the route. San Francisco's defense has been stellar. So 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 29. Montana wants a one-play drive, a long cross to Solomon. Montana's going to scramble. 30. He's hit at the 24 for a gain of 5. And Russell Gary brought him down. Wershing missed a chip shot earlier. That's why we're still scoreless with 10:06 to go in the half. Yep, in 85, New Orleans got the quarterback with the best name for the city he ever played in, Bobby Hebert. Came over from the USFL, Michigan, right? Craig on a pitch to the near side is the call. He's got it, and he gets a gain of 1 before Denny Winston makes a hit. 3rd down and 4 from the New Orleans 23. Cooper on a medium slant on 3rd down. Montana waits. He goes down to the wide receiver instead. Winston tipped it away from Clark, and the 49ers are stymied. So the clock stopped 8:49 in the first half. And Ray Wershing will come in. He missed 1 already. This will be a 65.4% chance. This is from 40. It is up, and we got points. Somebody scored. 8:43 to go in the first half. It's San Francisco 3, New Orleans nothing. So, Duckett, not my brother, back deep to return from New Orleans. Anthony and Fields, the upmen. Wershing kicks it to Duckett at the 2, to the 10, 20, 30, a good block. And Walter will bring him down at the 31, a gain of 29, and that's where Richard Todd and company take over. The computer line is 3. The Vegas real line for this game was 5.5, both by San Francisco. Goodlow on a short cross to call. Todd gonna scramble, and he's hit for a 1-yard gain. Keep Jim Farnhorse with the top. And they'll spot it at the New Orleans 32. Gajan. Sweep right. Todd pitches to Hokie. Flag is down. Fuller knocks him down.
Offense, number 72.
For a loss of 4, Ward, the right tackle, gets called for the hold, but San Francisco will decline that. And it'll be 3rd and 13, forcing the Saints to actually try to complete something. Rodgers in the backfield. He'll block. Todd out of the gun. They need 13, huh? Growth on a medium cross. Todd fires. Growth. No, he dropped it. Dina McLemore had him at the right time. And so Growth had a hand on it, but he didn't get 2. And it's 4th and 13. New Orleans is 3 and out again. The 49ers defense, much maligned in the press, in real life and on this channel, going into this game, has stiffened up. And just like Adlai Hammaker is throwing a shutout here. Hansen back to punt Win behind him. McLemore stands on his 35, driven all the way back to the 18. 30, and he's hit there. So Jitter Fields with a tackle. McLemore a 10-yard return. 7:43 to go in the half. It's 3-0 San Francisco. Tyler in the flat, 1st and 10. Montana is going to get sacked by Clark. Bruce Clark, the left end, was there in a hurry, and Montana just never saw him. Not much blocking there. Tyler on a draw. Handoff from Clark from the Montana 22-25. He pushes it forward to the 31. A gain of 9, 3rd and 8. Frank Waddlet makes the tackle. He's the free safety. New Orleans playing a dime. Medium crosser Ronaldo Nehemiah. Flag is down.
False start. Offense.
Somebody moved. Randy Cross.
Penalty. Repeat. 3rd down.
Gets called for the false start. And for that, Bill Walsh will devote him to doing Army games on television. So 3rd and 13, 6:19 to go in the half. Did not expect this. Clark on a medium fly. Montana under center, near sideline. No! He split the difference between Clark and Nehemiah. And Montana is now 5 for 14 for 65 yards. And so New Orleans doing some rope-a-tope, going to force a punt here from the San Francisco 26. Fields at his own 40. Runiger punts it near side. Fields at the 28 to the 37. And with 6:08 to go, Richard Todd and company come out 1st and 10 from their own 37. Brenner on a short slant. Todd to throw it. 1st down. Brenner runs the route. Has it at midfield. Gets past the safeties. Hit by Hicks for a gain of 16. And for New Orleans, that's not only a rare 1st down, they're one of the few times today they've actually been on the San Francisco half of the field. And if you're wondering who the kicker is, it's Morton Anderson. New Orleans works out of the eye. Hokie. Trap left. Hand off from Todd. Kajan does not get... Oh, he makes his own hole. Keena Turner brings him down for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Rogers. Off tackle right, near side of the call, out of the eye. Rogers is hit by Carter at the goal line. And so the Saints will have it 3rd and 6. New Orleans is 0 for 5 on 3rd down. Goodlow on a medium cross. Todd rolls left, throws right to Gajan, and that is a 1st down. He checked it down to Hokie, who did the pokey and got the 6. So Keena Turner with a 6th stop. New Orleans doing it pretty much all on the ground. 14 carries, 65 yards. Wayne Wilson in the game. He'll try a sweep to the right side. Hand off from Todd. Wilson is popped by Lawrence Pillars for a loss of 3. And, yep, Hokie turned himself around, and as we all know, that's what it's all about. 2nd down and 13 for New Orleans from the San Francisco 40. And again with Anderson, they're actually within range right now from 57 yards. Can Todd run? Todd can run. Richard's going to call a bootleg. No, he changes that to a screen to Rogers. Todd in a hurry, flushed out. Rogers has it 45-40, 35-30. And Ricky Ellison makes the tackle after a gain of 11. They go to the line on 3rd and 2. They're just trying to get a play off. Wilson, fullback dive. They do. Hand off to Wilson, and he is nailed for no gain. So 3 carries for Wilson for -1. And at the 2-minute warning, it'll be a 46-yard attempt from Morton Anderson to tie this game at 3. Anderson has a 68% chance. Brian Hansen is the holder. Morton Anderson, I was going to say Cooperstown, but the wrong sport, is destined for Canton. From 46. Tie game. And so the Saints are on the board. 1:54 to go here in the first half. It's New Orleans 3, San Francisco 3. So Monroe, Harmon, and McLemore to return. New Orleans will get the ball to start the second half. Deep boomer out of the end zone, as a matter of fact. And so Montana will start from the 20 with 1:54 and all 3 timeouts. Cooper on a medium hitch, the tight end. Montana to throw. He finds Cooper at the 35. He is hit immediately by Waddlett for a gain of 17. They'll stay in this formation. Montana just points. Tyler, short flat, far side. Montana leads him astray, and the clock is stopped with 90 seconds to go. Nehemiah comes in the game as the third receiver. He's down at the bottom of your screen with Clark. Solomon all by himself up top. And that's where the pass will go on a medium slant to Solomon. Montana waits. He fires over the middle. Solomon makes the catch, a gain of 18. That's a first down. 1:24 to go. Again, they'll hurry it. Cooper on a short slant. Montana waits, fires. That is incomplete. Off of Cooper's fingertips and incomplete. 1:10 to go. 2nd and 10. 3-3 the score. Montana is a disgusting 7 of 18 for 100 yards. Clark on a medium out. Flag is down.
False start. Offense. Number 6.
And that's on air as the left guard.
Repeat, 2nd down.
He's either the left guard or the guy that fills your car at the local Amoco, right? 2nd and 15. Tyler on a draw. They're going to see if they can fool him here. And Wendell over midfield. It's a gain of 3. That fooled nobody. And the 49ers, with 1:01 left, will call their first timeout. 3rd down and 12. Bill Walsh is so upset on the sideline, he's actually calling Montana Joseph. Clark on a long slant to call. Montana rolls around, throws to Solomon, and Johnny Poe should have had that one intercepted. It went right through his hands. Bruce Clark hurried him, and Montana gets an earful as he comes to the sideline. He is 7 for 19 for 100 yards. And Runniger will come out to punt. Wind is in his face, what little there is, so they'll punt it deep. And Runniger will have this rolled in the end zone. So 50 seconds left. Ball on the New Orleans 20 in a 3-3 score. This game is more reminiscent of a Bear-Packer game from 1964 than the wide-open offense of the San Francisco 49ers. Trap left for Hokie is the call. Todd Hokie gets a bit of a block, gain to 7. And they'll hurry it now. I'm sorry, they'll slow it down now. Wilson on a dive, and this should take care of the half. He's hit for a gain of 1, and that will do it. Well, we haven't had a lot of scoring in this first half. We have seen a lot of defense. And as we go to the commercial, it's New Orleans 3, San Francisco 3. We'll be back with the halftime stats and stories and to tell you about tomorrow's baseball special right after this. Well, Ray Wershing, a 40-yarder with 8:43 to go in the half, made it 3-0 San Francisco. And then Morton Anderson with 1:54 left from 46 tied the game. Richard Todd, 3 of 8 for 33 yards and a quarterback rating of 11. Joe Montana, 7 for 19 for 100 yards and a quarterback rating of 54.7. Both bad. George Rogers, 6 carries, 40 yards. Hokie Gajan, 7 carries for 29. Wilson, 4 for none. First downs, 8-4 in favor of San Francisco. Time of possession in favor of San Francisco. The 49ers are 3 of 10 on third down. New Orleans 1 of 7. I'm not going to say this has been a beautiful game defensively, but the amount of execution in this game probably will cost Southern Cal's football coach his job. So Duckett back to return for New Orleans. Tomorrow, by request, Denny McClain goes for win number 30 against the Oakland Athletics, a game televised on NBC. It's the Tigers and the A's from Tiger Stadium at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network from 1968. Wershing boots it to the 2. Duckett, 20, 25. He's hit at the 27, a 24-yard return. And that's where New Orleans will start. Richard Todd, the quarterback, but I can't say that he's going to stay there much longer if he can't do anything. Rogers and Gajan, the running backs. Goodlow and Groth, the wide receivers. Brenner, the tight end. Brock and Ward, the tackles. Obra and Clark, the guard. And Corte is the center. Hokie in the flat. Todd, far sideline. No, not even close. That's a terrible pass. 2nd and 10. Rogers. Trap right from the 27. Handoff from Todd. Rogers has some momentum. It's a gain of 8 before Jeff Fuller can bring him down. 3rd and 2. Board and Pillar is the ends for San Francisco. Carter, the nose tackle. Turner and Fuller, the outside linebackers. Ellison and Farnhorst, the middle linebackers. Lott and Wright, the corners. Hicks and Williamson, the safeties. 3rd down and short. Hokie. Fullback dive, the call. Handoff from Todd. Hokie, no! It's a gain of 1. Eric Wright with the stop. And New Orleans will look at their own 36 and go, what are we doing from here? And Bum Phillips has his punter on the field, and says that's exactly what we're going to do. So Brian Hansen.
False start. Offense.
Oh.
5-yard
Well, that
penalty.
may not be so bad because it's a false start, and that pushes the Saints back 5 yards. To the 31, 4th and 6. McLemore back to return. Hansen boots it. McLemore to his 20. He's hit at the 30 for a gain of 8. So 49ers have it first time in the second half, 13-19 to go in the third. Tyler and Craig, the running backs, Clark and Solomon, the wide receivers, Cooper, the tight end, Joe Montana, of course, the quarterback, and a couple of Josephs later, Montana feeling like he's been talked down to. Farnhorst and Paris, the tackles. You see me. Yes. Ayers and Cross, the guards, and Quillen, the center. 3-3 the score. All the excitement of how'd they make that video so far? Tyler. Trap right. Handoff from Montana. Tyler is hit behind the line by Whitney Paul for a loss of 1. So New Orleans defense, they play a 3-4. Clark and Wilkes the ends. Moore the nose tackle. Jackson and Paul the outside linebackers. Winston and Kovac, the middle linebackers. Poe and Waymer, the corners. Gary and Waddle the safety. 2nd and 11 now for San Francisco. Oh, Dave is posting from his TV. That's cool. So 2nd and 11. Clark on a medium slant. Montana back to throw. Over the middle to Tyler. Tyler across the 30. He's hit by Winston at the 35. And that is a gain of 6. They've not run the ball well, has San Francisco. 17 carries for 35 yards. Short slant to Cooper, the tight end, the call. Montana waits. He throws. Cooper's open at the 45 and then dragged down immediately by Waddle after a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 for San Francisco on their own 47. Waddle, his 3rd tackle of the game. Now Montana wants to air one out to Clark. A long out. Trying to get New Orleans to break away, and that won't work as Montana knew he had to run. And it didn't work as Ricky Jackson hauled him down from behind for a loss of 6. Well, that didn't work. 2nd and 16. Tyler on the draw. Handoff from Montana. Tyler pushes it forward for 4. Waddle with the tackle. San Francisco is now 4 for 11 on 3rd down, and it's 3rd and 12. So Nehemiah in the game near side with Clark. Solomon all by himself on the top of your screen. Long hitch to slant to Solomon. Montana has time. He goes to Nehemiah, who was being held, he says, by Johnson, and the officials aren't buying any of that. Bruce Clark hurried him, and Montana's terrible day continues. So San Francisco, with 9:44 to go in the third, is forced to punt. Jitter Fields back to return it. They'll try this from around their 15. Runniger. Fields from his 9. And a good return. He's back out over the 20 to the 23. So a 13-yard return. 9:38. Third quarter here from Candlestick Park. In a game that's featured everything but offense. Hokie. Trap right on 1st and 10. Handoff from Todd from the 23. Hokie to the 30. He's got a first down. Into the secondary. Dwight Hicks with a tackle. The Saints have run it 21 times for 90 yards of their 121 net. First and 10. Eugene Goodlow on a short out is the call. Todd back to throw. Gonna scramble. He's hit at the 35. Technically, it's a run as Keena Turner makes his 7th hit. Give Todd a yard. 2nd and 9. Do they have any receivers? Not really. Hokie. Off tackle right. Handoff from Todd near side from the 35. He tries for the sideline before Ronnie Lott can make the stop for a gain of 2. 3rd and 7. Midlife Crisis chimes in. Montana had a very similar first half in your 81 replay Week 6 versus the Cowboys. Well, they still were the Doomsday defense then. Joe was brilliant in the 4th quarter, scored 16 unanswered and won in overtime 29-23. Well, we're pretty much halfway through the 3rd quarter, and no one has sniffed the end zone yet. 3rd and 7. Young, the 3rd receiver, he's up top. Tyrone Young. A short out on 3rd and 7. Todd is flushed, and Keena Turner, with his 2nd sack of the game, brings him down. A loss of 6. It's the 2nd sack for Turner. And it's 4th and 13. Brian Hansen is out to punt again. He's been a busy little beaver. Dana McLemore to return it. He stands on his 35. Pushed back to his 17. To the 30, or almost there. They said 19, and he'll get 9. 50-yard punt, 41-yard net. Montana comes out on the San Francisco 28. 6:50 to go here in the 3rd. Quick pitch to Wendell Tyler. Montana flips it back. Tyler has room. 30, 35, first down. He is hit by Kovacs at the 40, a gain of 12. So 1st and 10, 6.5, clock running. Craig in the flat. Montana near side. Finds Craig at the 35, 40. He's got the first down. So a gain of 10. Kovacs, 8 tackles in a bottle of Advil. And they spot the ball right on the midfield stripe. 5:55, clock running. New Orleans has given San Francisco fits. It's 3-3. Medium hitch to Clark on first down. New Orleans blitzes. Montana to Clark in New Orleans territory. Flag is down.
Holding offense. Number 71.
And it's coming back
penalty.
like the pork chops you got that were still pink on the inside. Farnhorst with the hold. That erases the 18-yard gain. Somebody's calling, and I'm not answering. See if YouTube flags this. So 5:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the San Francisco 40, 1st and 20. Craig on a draught. Instead, Tyler on the screen, inaudible. Far side, Montana. No, Bubba Paris is hurt. He's walking off. And they'll adjust his chest pads. 2nd and 20 from the 40. Long hitch to Freddie Solomon. Montana has to hurry. He scrambles. He gets the ball to midfield. It's a gain of 11. Earl Cooper stood back there and made the big block. 3rd and 9. Remember, Seattle, New England on Thursday. And Danny McClain's attempt for 30 wins tomorrow on our fall baseball tour. 3rd down. Nehemiah in the game. And they're going to try for him. Medium hitch. Montana near side. He throws. Nehemiah's got it. 20, 10, 6. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 49-yard pass to break the log jam. And the Niners are in the end zone for the first time today. Here it is again. Sometimes you just get lucky. Nehemiah had his defensive back beat by 3 yards. The Saints on a 3-3 nickel, they doubled Clark, and they left Nehemiah open. Wershing with the extra point, straight through and good. And with 3:58 to go, San Francisco 10, New Orleans 3. How you like them apples? So Duckett. Nehemiah was a bullfrog. There. And like Gardner, he was a friend of mine. And as Uncle Vin would say, I never understood a thing he said, but I always liked his wine. It was always a mighty fine wine. Duckett to return it. And they're going to go the Upman instead. Fields, jitter to the 10. He is hit at the 19 by Farnhorst. And that's where Richard Todd and company take over. 3:49 to go in the third quarter. San Francisco 10, New Orleans 3. Rodgers. Sweep right from the 19. Hand off from Todd. Rodgers gets a block. And then is nailed by Lawrence Pillars for no gain. 2nd and 10 for New Orleans. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Tyrone Anthony. Sweep right, hand off from Todd from the 19, and Anthony across the 20, hit by Carlton Williamson at the 21, a gain of 2. 3rd down and 8. And so Todd pretty much forced into a throwing situation. Running backs will block. Growth on a medium out. Todd has time. Near side. No, sir. Mario Clark jumped the route. And the Saints are forced to punt. And Richard Todd has done nothing today. 3 and out again. What was the, I didn't look earlier. I had it open. What was the Saints record in 84? Hanson with a win behind him to punt. McLemore at the 45. Backed up. McLemore to the 25. 30. And he's hit at the 37 for a 10-yard return. 2:14 to go. Pi -1. San Francisco has it. 10-3. 7-9. So not too bad. Trap left for Craig. Montana hands off. Craig moves forward. He is slammed down by Kovic after a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. The 49ers running game has been bad. The Saints defense is pretty good, but you'd expect that from a bum Phillips team. Clark. Medium slant from the 38. Montana rolls around. And Clark and Dave Waymer were fighting for it, and Waymer knocked it away, and Joe Montana is now 11 of 26 for a $177. 3rd and 9. 4 wide. Wilson is the other receiver. He's up top. Mike Wilson. Medium out. Far sideline to call. Montana has time near side. Nehemiah's got it. 1st down. A gain of 10. Bobby Johnson with a stop. Derek Harmon is in the game with Wendell Tyler now. Harmon, off tackle right from the 48 of San Francisco. Harmon over midfield. A gain of 6. They'll probably get one more playoff. Earl Cooper, the tight end, another big hole. And Johnny Poe with the tackle. Tyler. Pitch left. Montana finds Tyler. Tyler is got nowhere. They rushed that play. It's a loss of 4. 3rd and 8 as we start the 4th quarter. This game reeks of 1974 football. There's going to be a whole lot of Anderson passed out after the game. 3 wide receivers. 3rd down and 8. Cooper on a short cross. Montana, he's in trouble. He throws. Cooper's got it. He won't get a first. He needed 8. He got 7. And again, you hear the word Joseph called from the sidelines. Montana wants to go. He's looking and said, I can get this yard. 2 tight end set. Tyler and Craig in the backfield. Montana's going to sneak it. He waits. No, he's short. Frank Waddle got in there. The line never blocked. And so New Orleans catches a break. Maybe. Oh, I never did the stats. So as we go to the 4th quarter, there's only been 1 touchdown in the game. A 49-yard pass from Montana to Ronaldo Nehemiah to make it 10-3. 1st downs 13-5 in favor of San Francisco. They finally have 247 yards. Montana, again, not having a day you'd write home about. But neither is New Orleans. Todd is going to get yanked. Look at that quarterback rating. 1.3. So Dave Wilson comes in. Todd has been benched. Goodlow. Medium cross on 1st down. Wilson back to throw. Goodlow. Oh, that was actually a decent pass. They double Brennered at San Francisco. Incomplete. Rodgers. Trap right. Handoff from Wilson from the 42 in New Orleans. Rodgers to the 45. Rodgers is over midfield. Ronnie Lott with the tackle. Steve Corte, the center, with the big hole. 3rd and 1. Big play for New Orleans here. Hokie on a dive. Handoff from Wilson. Hokie, does he get it? No, they got the Al Red Sox fan measurement. Aubrey, the left guard, could not make the blocking pillars slam the door. 1.3 looks more like Bluto Blutarski's GPA. Actually, I think you're being about a point too generous, but yeah, you're right. That might be the worst quarterback rating I've ever seen in a game. I think I've seen a 0. So 4th and inches. They don't want Wilson to sneak it. Rodgers. I said, we need this yard, George. We'll send you back to South Carolina. Rodgers! No! They thought they had it. Bum Phillips has thrown his hat. And Wilson Ring goes to pick it up. And so they both go for it on fourth down, and they both fail. Rodgers, 10 carries for 57 yards. I mean, he's averaging 5.7 a carry, but got nothing on that play. Montana. Long hitch to Solomon. They want to slam the door right now. Montana rolls right, throws right. Solomon at the 15. Solomon at the 10. Solomon scores. What a play call by Joe Montana. He has found Freddie Solomon, maybe for the dagger. That's 6. And Solomon has 4 catches for 110 yards. So often, when the quarterback rolls out, he throws across his body, but Montana kept going the same way, and Solomon made the Saints pay. Wow! Wershing with the extra point. Straight, true, and good. 12:25 to go. 17-3 Niners. A 52-yard pass on the first play of the drive makes Montana's numbers look a lot better. And as we cross the 1 o'clock hour, I'm Ron Juckett. Welcome to Retro Sports Network's NFL Replay Week 3. Following the game is 60 Minutes, which will be seen in its entirety, except for on the West Coast, which will be seen at its regularly scheduled time. And this is not a joke, okay? This was September 16th, 1984. Following 60 Minutes was a TV show by the name of ER. But it wasn't that ER. Series premiere after 60 Minutes in football on CBS. Followed by, I think, a semi-serious Sunday night movie with Richard Pryor. I'm not making that up. So it was /R was the name of the show. So not only does it get bumped in 2 weeks for Murder, She Wrote, but then again there was the famous ER, which was on NBC, which starred George Clooney. Imagine that. Yep, that was in the spot on this day at 8 o'clock on the Columbia Broadcast System. Elliot Gould, very good. Wow. Yep. Imagine that. So Duckett back to return, and he'll try it 2 yards deep. Can Duckett get to the 20? He gets to the 10. Yep, 20, 25, 30. It's a return of 32 yards. And Keena Turner with a tackle in New Orleans with Dave Wilson under center. They've got to throw the football now. Growth on a medium slant, 1st and 10. Wilson flushed, throws. Growth has it at the New Orleans 45, a gain of 15. Ronnie Lott with the tackle. New Orleans just needs something here. Makes your wife angry? My wife just kind of ignores me when I do that. Yes. So, are you saying, Midlife Crisis, that you and I are just the kings of useless trivia? Hokey. Sweep right. 1st and 10 from the New Orleans 45. Gajan to midfield. He gets out of bounds before Ronnie Lott can shove him there. A gain of 7. 2nd and 3. New Orleans trying to string some plays together here. I'll try Goodlow on an end around. He goes from the far side to the near side, and that is a huge mistake as Ricky Ellison slams into the turf for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and 11. 11:14 to go. Ball on the Saint 44. 4 wide. Hokey, the lone back. He will block. Wilson out of the gun. Medium slant. I'm going to try for Growth again. New Orleans will not audible. Dime blitz for San Francisco. Wilson has to hurry. He had growth open, but he underthrew him, and that will be that. They're not going to go for it on 4th and 11. George Clooney was in both ERs. And then Clooney went into the last year of the Facts of Life after that, right? And remember, you take the good, you take the bad, because that's the facts of life. Mary McDonnell, okay, not sure who she is. Anyway, Hanson to punt. Hanson's been a busy guy today. McLemore at his 12. He gets to the 18, so a gain of 4. And 10:29 to go. New Orleans needs to force a turnover. 17-3 San Francisco. 10:29 to go in the football game. Craig. Trap left from Montana. Craig 20 in the secondary. First down. A gain of 12. Ricky Jackson with his 3rd tackle of the game. Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. Mary McDonnell was in that. Or as we said in college, dances with Wolf Blitzer. 1st and 10 for San Francisco on their own 30. Tyler in the flat. Far side, Montana has Wendell at the 25-30. 35-40 and a first down. A gain of 14. Dennis Winston with his 7th tackle. And Montana has seemingly gotten his stuff together. 1st and 10 for the 49ers on their own 44. 9.5 clock running. Harmon. Trap left. Hand off from Joe. Harmon gets it to the 49. Russell Gary with the tackle. Keith Farnhorst with a big block. That's a gain of 5. And now San Francisco is over 3 yards a carry. Montana in no hurry now. Tyler again in the flat. Montana's going to scramble here. He does. He gets it over midfield. Dave Waymer with the tackle. A gain of 3. 3rd down and 2. So a 2 tight end set. Russ Francis now joins Earl Cooper. Craig. Off tackle left is the call on 3rd down. Craig, easy first down, a gain of 5. Bubba Paris, again, I think he hurt his ribs earlier. Clock is stopped, 7.5 to go. Fred Quillen with a big block. Ricky Jackson, his 4th tackle. So San Francisco is going to go to 3-0 unless something really weird happens. They'll stick with the 2 tight end set. Tyler on a dive. Montana hands off to Wendell over the 40. Gets a block. First down to the 30. And Randy Cross is hurt. San Francisco wants the clock to run. Randy opened up the hole and took a hit to the knee. So they'll go ice that. Russ Francis. Short slant. They stay in the formation. Montana back to throw. Montana's got Francis. And Russ has a gain of 9. So this time the clock runs. 2nd and 1 from the New Orleans 21. Baseball tomorrow, before we lose most of you. By request from our friend in Canada, it'll be the Oakland A's and Detroit Tigers from September 1968. Denny McLain looking for his 30th win. And then the halftime show game Thursday will be Seattle and the Patriots. Craig, fullback dive from the 21. Flag is down.
Ball start. Offense.
Somebody move.
Number 16.
The quarterback.
Penalty.
I believe we've heard the word Joseph come out of Bill Walsh's mouth again. 6:44 to go. 2nd and 6. Craig. Trap left. Craig gets a bit of a block. Winston with a tackle, a gain of 4. So Craig, 8 carries for 30 yards. 3rd down and 2. And now Montana will try to find Craig in the flat near side. Joe throws to nobody in particular. And that'll bring out Ray Wershing with 6:04 to go. 39-yard attempt. And this would make it a 3-score game. Montana to hold. Wershing from 39. That's good.
Holding offense.
Oh!
10-yard penalty.
Randy Cross held on the kick. And so take the points off the board. And now it would be a 49-yarder from the 49er kicker. So a 62% chance. Montana to hold. 49 from the 49ers. Wershing. No problem. Nice try. 5:54 to go. San Francisco 20, New Orleans 3. So as Duckett returns to make the return, New Orleans had given up 10 points the first 2 weeks. San Francisco has a 20 spot on them. And you wouldn't think, if you've watched this game, that the 364 yards that San Francisco has, or that they would have that many, because New Orleans has played them tough. They'll take a knee and take it at the 20. Short cross to Goodlow on 1st and 10. Wilson waits, throws. Goodlow's got it. 1st down, a gain of 14. Eric Wright with the tackle. 1st and 10 now. 5:46 clock running. Saints trailing by 17. Hokie in the flat to the 34. He's got it. Does he have a seam? Yes, he does. Over the 40. 1st down. Keena Turner with a tackle. That's his 10th. And Hokie stepped out of... No! He's just short. He's just... Bum is bumming again. 2nd down and inches. Growth on a medium fly. Wilson throws. Intercepted by Jeff Fuller. And the 49ers seem to have this one sewn up. There are a few Saint fans here, and they are chanting for Kenny Stabler, who was not dressed. But could you possibly see the snake for New Orleans in the future? Because Todd and Wilson are now a combined 6 of 16 for 72 yards and 2 picks. Craig on 1st down. Trap left. 4:57 flag is away.
False start. Offense. Number 89.
The tight end
penalty.
Cooper.
Repeat. 1st down.
So 1st and 15. 4:57 to go. Trap left from Craig. Montana. Another flag is down. Gain of 4.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 88. 5-yard penalty.
Solomon moved when he shouldn't have moved. And now it's 1st and 20. 4:47 to go. Tyler on a draw is the call. Handoff from Montana. Wendell hit for no gain. Kovac has been a busy guy. 10 tackles on the day. Second and 20. Cooper on a short slant. Montana throws. Cooper's got it. He's hit at the 39. A gain of 11. 3rd and 9 now. Bobby Johnson with his 3rd tackle. The 49ers are 7 for 17 on 3rd down today. 3:58. And the clock is San Francisco's friend right now. Clark on a medium fly. Montana rolls right, throws left, flag is down.
Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 75.
And
15-yard
Clark
penalty.
nailed
Automatic. First
Montana
down.
after the pass. And so it's an automatic first down. I believe the officials have a plane to catch. They're supposed to get to Foxborough for 3 hours earlier. So 3:11, they'll spot it at the New Orleans 46. Tyler, trap right, handoff from Montana. Tyler to the 45, it's a gain of 2. Wendell, again, not a great day, 16 carries, 50 yards. 2nd and 8, 3:05 to go. Clark on a medium cross. Montana back. Clark runs his route. Clark has it at the 25. He is hit by Dave Waymer, a gain of 21. And Montana has a 300-yard day. I didn't think that was coming at the end of the first half. 18 of 34 for 301 and 2 scores. They'll take it to the 2-minute warning. And we're going to have some subs. So Matt Kavanaugh, yeah, the refs are getting a sneak peek of murder, she wrote. Monroe and Ring, the running backs. Wilson and Nehemiah, the wide receivers. And Frank, the tight end. Bill Ring on a fullback dive from Kavanaugh. Ring moves it to the 20. It's a gain of 3. New Orleans isn't going to stop it. We'll give Harmon a carry here on 2nd down. Derek Harmon, trap right. So 3-0 goes San Francisco as Harmon is swallowed down on 2nd down. 1:10 to go. Kavanaugh will take a knee. And with 29 seconds, we don't even need to run another play. New Orleans isn't going to stop it. They'll fall to 2-1. San Francisco somehow got 400 net yards in this game. Wow. The final score from Candlestick Park. San Francisco goes to 3-0. They beat New Orleans 20-3. Montana to Solomon. That was the game. It made it 17-3. And then Wershing put the icing on the cake with a 49-yard field goal. Team stats, 20 first downs for San Francisco. Joe Montana is going to be your player of the game. 18 for 34 for 301. 400 yards. I'm still not sure where they got that, but they did. Miller and Paris are out. No saying how long they're out for. Montana, 18 for 34 for 301 and a quarterback rating of 102.7. San Francisco ran the ball kind of efficiently. Earl Cooper and Freddie Solomon, 4 catches. Solomon had a score and 110 yards. New Orleans as a team, 6 for 16 for 72 yards, 2 picks, and a combined rating of 12.5. That's not going to get it done. Kovic, 10 tackles for New Orleans. Jackson and Clark, the sacks. No turnovers. Poe with a forced fumble. For San Francisco, Turner with 10 tackles, 2 sacks. Fuller and Hicks with interceptions. And Ronnie Lott had 5 tackles. So, it is baseball tomorrow, Denny McClain style, against the A's. As Jamie asks, someone private messaged me and asked for that game. The A's and the Tigers from September of '68. Denny McClain going for his 30th win of the year. That's tomorrow's game. And then Sunday. Yeah, Ron. On Thursday will be Seattle and New England, and that will be not only the halftime show, but wrap up week 3. San Francisco, a convincing win here at Candlestick. They go to 3-0, 20-3 over New Orleans. We'll see you tomorrow for baseball. Have a good day, everybody.